anybody have examples of shit that made them break down crying?
I have a lot of examples, man. Let me tell you people about probably like the thing that has like the piece of media that has the highest ratio of moments that utterly destroy me and turn me into like a bawling, sobbing mess. It's the Rocky series.
Oh, cool.
Just that fucking...
Adrian!
Oh my god. That fucking whole series is so emotional. And that score, the music, if I hear like one note of like the music from those movies, not the ones that not like the yeah, not that. But I mean like there's this piece of music that plays in Rocky every time something sad happens. And every time I fucking even think of it, if I just like try to picture the notes in my head, I'll start crying at notes. There's so many parts, the whole fucking saga, because it's the greatest saga in the history of fiction. It tells, it's just like a guy's entire life story. It's just like 30, 40 years in a dude's life. He starts out, he's 30 in the first movie, and in the most recent movie, Creed, he's like 70. And you're just seeing this guy get older, and all of his like triumphs and his trials and tribulations, everything he gains and everything he loses, and it's like the most real human saga that was ever put to film in the history of mankind. That fucking, you know, the first movie when he's he's all pissed off, because Mickey is grilling him about what a bum he's become and how he's never amounted to anything, and he's just getting pissed off, and he's like, I know it stinks! You think I don't know it stinks in here? You think I don't live in a dump? I ain't never amounted to nothing! And he's like punching the wall, and yeah, I feel it so hard, that frustration of not accomplishing what you want to accomplish in your life, of looking at yourself and hating yourself and being a bum.
Especially because Mickey was the one who had kind of ignored him up to that point, and only now was Mickey into him.
Like there's that scene where he's like, hey Mickey, why are you always pushing me? Why are you always, why are you always yelling at me? And Mickey's like, you know why I hate you, Rock? Because you had something. You could have been somebody, but you didn't. You ended up breaking thumbs for some 2-bit mob boss. And Rocky's like, the whole movie is just, and I'm watching it and going,
me too, man.
And then there's that part in Rocky 3 where Mickey dies, and Mickey's, it's after because Rocky wasn't listening to Mickey. He had to fight Clubber Lang, and Mickey kept telling him, Rock, this guy's gonna clobber you. He's gonna kick your ass unless you take it seriously. And Rocky was getting all full of himself because he was a champion, and he was like, I'll just train in this high-tech gym. I'll take a selfie with these fans, and I don't really give a shit. And then he goes. And like right before the fight, Clubber Lang like pushes Mickey, and then so they have the fight, and Clubber Lang just kicks the shit out of Rocky. He beats the shit out of him, and Rocky loses the fight, and it's this humbling experience. And he realized, I should have listened to Mick. Mick was right, but then he finds out that Mick's like in the locker room having a heart attack and dying, and he runs to Mick, and Mick's dying, and he's sitting there and he's crying. He's like, Mick, don't go! You can't even understand what the fuck he's saying because he's fucking Sylvester Stallone, and he has too many emotions. Sylvester Stallone has the same thing that I have. He has too many emotions, and he's got a half-paralyzed face, and it's this perfect concoction that makes him the greatest actor of all time, and it makes him, like something about Sylvester Stallone has the ability to convey emotion on a level, on a grand scale beyond what any other person in the history of mankind is capable of, and it connects with me, and I feel I have a spirit bond with Sylvester Stallone, and when I see him sad, I get sad, and I feel everything he's feeling, and Mick's like, oh, did you do it, Rock? Did you win the fight? Did you win the fight? And he goes, yeah, we won. He's lying to Mick. He's telling him he won the fight. And then Mick dies, and it's the saddest fucking thing ever. And then in Rocky 4, when Apollo Creed dies, he gets killed by Ivan Drago. And Rocky, he's gonna throw in the towel. He's gonna throw in the towel for Apollo. And Apollo looks at Rocky, Apollo, his old enemy, who's become his friend through the years because they've had so many battles with each other that they're the original Goku and Vegeta. It's Apollo and Rocky, and they're friends now. And he's watching this fight. He's watching Apollo Creed get his ass kicked by this fucking Russian Superman super villain Ivan Drago. He's got the towel, and he's like, hey, I gotta throw in the towel, Apollo! And Apollo's wife is there, and his wife is like, come on, Rocky, throw in the towel! What the fuck? And Apollo looks at Rocky, and he's like, don't you throw in that towel, man! Don't you do it, man! He's got too much pride. He's got that warrior pride. He won't let Rocky throw in the towel. And then Apollo goes down, and he dies! Fucking Ivan Drago just punches him to death! And he dies in the ring, and Rocky finally throws in the towel, but it's too late. Apollo's dead, and then he goes to Apollo's funeral, and he's like, hey, Apollo always did things his way. And then you get to Rocky V, and it's like the worst movie ever. Rocky V is it's a piece of shit. Nobody likes it. It's the bad one.